Actor Wil Wheaton has had a fairly unusual career, rocketing to fame at an early age, first in the film Stand By Me. His star only rose when he starred as Wesley Crusher on Star Trek: The Next Generation, though he felt sabotaged by a Star Trek producer who stopped him from chasing additional film roles. When Next Gen ended, Wheaton was regularly in voice acting and small television roles before becoming a part of the pop culture conversation once more, but this time as a fictionalized version of himself on the hit CBS sitcom The Big Bang Theory. In the series, which follows a group of geeky friends as they try to navigate adulthood while still partially firmly planted in adolescence, Wheaton plays an evil version of his real-life self and the arch-nemesis of the show's primary protagonist, Sheldon Cooper, Jim Parsons. What started as a small cameo turned into an ongoing bit that lasted over 9 seasons and 17 episodes, expanding beyond just the series itself and becoming a small pop culture moment all of its own. Seriously, I was not a Big Bang devotee, and even I was aware of the "we oughtn't" moment in the Wheaton recurrence. In an interview with The Spectrum, Wheaton revealed that he almost didn't take the cameo role in the first place and that he had to get a little bit of convincing from a talented friend. It's a good thing, too, because it's given Wheaton a chance to connect with a whole new generation of nerdy fans. Wheaton's Wesley Crusher had plenty of detractors, and his teenage confidence was a bit unnerving to one of his most esteemed co-stars, but he was also just a kid playing a role, and the hate that followed him from parts of the fandom was probably a little rough. So the idea of playing a version of himself that leaned into how some fans probably thought of him might have been cathartic, but when pitched to him by Big Bang co-creator Bill Prady, Wheaton was nervous that he would feel creatively limited in a recurring cameo where he was playing himself. He called up his friend John Rogers, who created the TNT drama Leverage, and Rogers gave him some strong advice. The Big Bang Theory is one of the most popular sitcoms of all time and has even spawned several spin-offs, including the popular Young Sheldon prequel series that only just ended in 2024. It's not likely that Wheaton will be called back to cameo in any of the spin-offs, but even just his signing on for the original show turned out to be a pretty big deal, even if it was a little tricky to wrap his head around at first. Wheaton went on to explain that it was a bit difficult initially to separate himself from the fictionalized Wil Wheaton, and he said that it probably took 5 years before he had totally separated the identities and really understood the role, but he had fun with it and learned to approach him just like any other character he played. While Wheaton was initially written in as a villain and rival to Sheldon, the A.